What's up, guys? What's going on? I'm Paul. This is Pauline Theology's daily devotional, man, and we are going through the book of John. We are continuing our journey as we are learning more about who Jesus is and what he has done. He is so good. He is so awesome. Glad you guys are here. Glad you guys are listening. We trust in Jesus here. That's what we're trying to do, help you to understand and know more about the Savior, so that way we can place more of our lives in his hand. And if that's something that you like, man, and it's your first time here, I hope you stay. If it's not your first time, man, let's continue to dive in. So we are in John again. Like I said, we're on chapter 17, and we're going to go through verse 14 through 15. I'm sorry, verse 14 through 16. We have been called out of this world. Well, first off, stop the tape, see what it has to say if you haven't read it yet. But if you have read it, now let's jump into it. We are called out of this world. We are called out of this world, man. The Son, the Father, both in their love pulled us from this world. Jesus said he gave us his word, where he said he gave the Father's word to us. And then it says that the world hated us, man. And we've talked about that a little bit because persecution is what's going to happen. And we see it today. We see people being bad to us, shunning us, calling us names because of the truth that we spread. So this is evident in the world today. The world hates us because we have gotten his word. And when Jesus says that he's gotten his word, he says because they are not of this world, just as he is not of this world. And so whenever the Father, when the Son gives us the Father's word, that is his way of saying he has called us out of this world. And we're going to see, I think it's in the next episode maybe, is the purpose for that. And we've talked a lot about his prayer is action, purpose, prayer, purpose. And so he says this here about pulling us out of the world because we are not of this world. And then he says, I don't ask that you would take them out, but keep them from the evil one. Or keep them from evil. It could be either or, but most likely the evil one, because it does have a definitive article saying the evil. So it could be the evil one. But that's the thing that Jesus wants. He says, we're not out of this world. He has pulled us out of this world. And then he compounds that by saying, and I don't want them to come out of the world. He says, what I want you to do, the Father, is that you would keep them from the evil one. Keep them from Satan. Keep them from the one who is trying to align and destroy and malign. And he wants to have destruction to all the things of God. That is who the Father, the Son, wants to keep us from. And so Jesus again says, man, because they're not of this world just like he ain't in the world. What he has done, and we've talked about sanctification a little bit, and we're going to talk about that again here in a little bit. It's going to say sanctify them in the truth. And so God has called us out of this world to be like him. To be like him. We're going to see further on that too. But I don't want to keep telling you we're going to see further and then I'll talk about it. So let's go ahead and just jump into the second question. What is this saying about God? What is this passage saying about God, man? I think it's saying, first off, that he is the one who calls us out to be like him. He is the one that takes us. He is the onus is on him. And so he has called us. And then the second one is he is the one that keeps us. Is not only does he call us, pull us out of the world, but he keeps us in his name. So he keeps us, like we talked about earlier, following his patterns, to see and to live and to walk as he lives and walks. I think that's two things that we need to get from this, is that Jesus is the one who initiates and pulls us out, of the Father. And then secondly, that he also keeps us, sustains us. It ain't nothing we do. And that's a blessing, because I do mess up a ton. And if it was something I did, then I wouldn't make it very far. But it's all Jesus. It's all the Father. It's all the Spirit. What's this say about mankind? I think what this says about Christians is that, man, we've been called out of this world. That we are not of this world. That we are different. Our residence at the time may be here, but we are citizens of another kingdom. Our home is not here. Our nation is with the nation of God. I think that's something for us to remember. But second is that Jesus says, don't take them out of the world. He says, but just keep them from the evil one. So even though we're not of this world, our understanding of what it is that we are doing here, that must be in our minds. What is that? That's evangelism. That's to bring others into the kingdom, which we know is so good. And so God has placed us here for a purpose. Our lives are meant for a purpose. And that purpose, if you don't know, is to share the love of Jesus. And as we share the love of Jesus, that they would, those who hear it would enter into the kingdom. So that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. We got to remember that. That we have a calling. We can't be like, man, I'm just ready to go on home. You know, and I understand the sentiment. But in reality, what we have to do is, while we're here, live out the purposes that God has purposed us for. What he said he sanctified us for. What he said he has called us out of this world for. We've got to do those things. So how do we apply these truths to our lives? I think, first off, just contemplate on the work of the Father, that he has chosen us for a purpose. And then second, understand that purpose, which is to share the gospel and grow others in discipleship. And so as we think about those two things, now the practical step is find a person that you know, because I'm sure somebody popped up in your brain when I was talking about witnessing and what needs to happen. So that person, man, speak to him this week. Speak to him this weekend. Tell him about Christ. Share the gospel with him. Pray. Pray about them. Hey, I appreciate you guys for listening. I'll see you in the next episode.